Hello. Hold on. Yeah, I think it should be working. Hello. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome. 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 Oh, wow. Hold up. Hello. Yeah. Echo. I didn't realize it was going on. All right. Hello and welcome to the AstroPub, ladies and gentlemen. Is it broke? It was working, and then I just forgot the live preview. I didn't forgot that I had it on there. So yes, CIG finally broke me with their stupid pay to win monetization scheme. It was funny because we're talking about this on the info runners because it's gonna come up. Like, that's the problem, is that, like, as I said during my office hours, it's really stupid that this should be a victory lap, and instead we're just gonna talk about their awful monetization schemes and how it's ruining the game. You can't get rid of it. You can't get away from it. It's just how things are now. Like, their sale is going to be talking about that. And, like, I don't doubt that CIG is going to make record numbers for this Invictus, you know? Because the game itself is better and is fun. It's just now all of the stuff that's not the game is the problem for once in the game's life. And X was bringing this up, is that they're using mobile, they're stealing mobile monetization ideas and free to play premium monetization. So they're doing things like bundles, where, like, they bundle a bunch of stuff you want with stuff you give no shits about, because they want to force you or try to encourage you to get the things that they don't sell well, like the Vanguard skins. The reason why those are bundled with those armor skins is because I've heard multiple people say they want that armor, but they don't have a Vanguard. So the only reason why they're selling them in that bundle is because they want to sell Vanguard skins to maybe convince you to buy a Vanguard. It's like, or hear me out, CIG, fix the Vanguard. And that's why people will actually want to buy it. It's such a weird fucking thing. Their walkback said specifically that they won't do it again, but they're still doing it. Basically, they said, fuck you, we're still going to do it, and we're not going to change our minds right now, and we're sorry, but we'll do it in the future. We'll change in the future. And it's like, that doesn't sound like you're going to change in the future. That sounds like you're mad that people got pissed off about it, and you're trying to do damage control rather than address the issue. They fucked up. We told them we listened, that they're going to change it back going forward. I don't trust them. I don't trust that they're going to do it forward. This is damage control. If they wanted to show good faith, they yanked that shit from the store right now. Like, right now they're like, well, legally, which I think is bullshit. There's no legal bullshit about, like, well, we have to make it exclusive in the store. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've never heard this legal argument where if you sell it, it has to be exclusively sold or some shit like that. That sounds like made up bullshit. And made up like, well, it's our policy or whatever. No, MCPDN. I'm not gonna talk. There's no other news. Is the other problem? The Tongue Tiger is cool. Wait for my VTuber transition. I'm not going to do that. That's for sure. I will say that the captain's table is not going to be about this topic. It's going to get brought up eventually, but the captain's table is not, because it was planned ahead of time before CIG did this, so it's not. And it's with a brand new person who's new to the community who specifically asked if they could talk about lore. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll talk about lore. So it's Warrior Humble and Tree, and so we're going to talk about that. As a Clemson Tiger fan, I love the new Dawn Tiger set. I just wish they would sell it individually. I'm not a fan of them selling like armor and weapons. I wish they didn't, but like I understand that it's like I prefer that over everything else. How's the good bot? Boy, not bot. No, I mean it's the same. I've seen PD. He is in fact a robot. Hey Chops, how you doing? You're the first person I've heard, Alex, that says they wanted the Vanguard skin. So tomorrow we're going to be doing the, speaking of floor, we're going to do the floor tour. And I've decided that I hate myself, and I'm going to do a lore video on all of the ships of the floor. So I'm going to like try to keep it to like each ship to about a minute to a minute and a half. So that way I can turn that content into shorts as well, because I'm trying to be efficient. But even then, there's 28 ships on the floor. 28. So ships and vehicles. So if we're doing 28 ships or vehicles, if I tried to do an in-depth analysis on all of them, it would be like 3 hours. So I'm trying to keep it to about a minute to a minute and a half for each one, so that way it's quick and you get an idea of what's going on, though. Oh, did they increase the length to 3 minutes? I thought there was still one minute. People who only come out for drama will be bored in a week, and the content creators who manage to outrage. Who managed to have outrage to a regular content upload schedule will have moved on soon. Patch has been fun. That's my problem, is that like the problem I have currently is that the game is fun and I want to play the game, but I also know that like the only thing we're going to talk about this for this sale is fat policy. It got upped. Ooh, nice. That's good. That makes it a lot easier for me to do a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Because like doing a short video on the Gladius is damn near impossible because it's the Gladius. But like the MCV or or whatever it's called. I think it's MCV. Question: should I CC my Cutlass Red to the Apollo? What do you want, trader? Like, are you a dedicated ambulance pilot, or do you want something that's like a multi-function medical facility? Because the Apollo is sort of the smallest clinic you can get. The Red is the largest ambulance. Basically, you go the NERSA is like a vehicle ambulance, and then the medical Pisces is the Med-Ices, whatever it's called. The medical Pisces is similar, like a ship ambulance. But the Red is like the best ambulance because it has multiple beds and it's got better range and such. Then you go up to the Apollo and it's a clinic, and then you go up to the Galaxy. It's like a medical support ship. Like a medical support ship for an organization or for yourself. Basically, getting an Apollo is like skipping the grind for medical gameplay. There's no medical MPU yet. For large ops, then yeah. If you have the money, it wouldn't be against that idea. And you still get the red to play with while you have the Apollo, while it's waiting to come out. The upside is when they make the size 4 bomb racks, they can make straight to pliable. I mean, I'd figured that this gear system, selling the gears stuff, was more of a this is the first time we've really had a lot of these options in games, so we'll straight their games, so we'll sell them because of the event. You know, I figured it was a sales tactic because they didn't have much in the way of small grab and go options this year.
Any of our associates for help or rental opportunities.
Let's see if they're kneeling here too. They are. This is a new thing that they do. A new behavior. They've begun to worship specific locations. They worship the new hollow god.
North Tower, Area 18's Premier Center.
He welcomes you into the afterlife, brothers and sisters.
Any of our associates will help.
This, I think, is literally the same server I was on earlier. The CIG streamers' hypocrisy is profound. They complain about CIG's monetization while using CIG's product to monetize themselves. Okay. I'm trying to think of something funny in terms of like that, but I don't actually have... I have merch. Go buy my merch. CIG won't fuck you, by the way, next con. I don't care how sexy you are. I'm happy with the upsized size 8 guns. Do we have any confirmation that the size 8 guns are going to be up there? At least the Cult of the Sphere didn't start up again. I was quietly hoping for the Apollo medevac for ILW. There was no way it was going to happen. I mean, they even said that they're going to reconcept. They're reconcepting the medical area and the pilot seat, and that makes sense. The medical area is a weird position. By the way, like, free flight on the weekend, and this is the performance we're getting, which I'm like, I'm all right. I mean, to be fair, I have a pretty beefy system, but the Connie Phoenix on the webpage says 350, but when you click the option, it jumps to 550. Wow, I didn't know that. It could be a bug. You got your 18 van? Has anyone found a script in the hall? I should probably go look for that. I was just gonna walk around it a little bit because, like, we don't. Like, I'd love to do some things, but I don't have enough time to do a bunch of missions. So.
Those taking their first step to their new life in the UEE. Welcome to Invictus Launch.
Probably on the hall here. I barely passed the minimum requirement for Star Citizen, and this is seriously the best performing free flight I've ever witnessed. CNG, like, again, yeah. See here, they're worshiping the idol.
Stop by our friends and family to get a better understanding.
United in service. United in service. Literally worshiping the military-industrial complex. That was weird. It's weird that there's not any galaxies for sale. Like, I get that it's not a military ship. I mean, they're distinctly civilian, but I find it weird because they've bent the rules in the past for it. Yeah, I've seen them like under things or around things, benches and such. They're not in like logical places. I had to explain some of my mates where the Baracus scheme is from. Oh yeah, because it's 18, yeah. Because it's literally named after Mr. T's character. Script.
For those with loved ones setting off today to begin their life in the Navy, stop by our friends and family to get a better understanding of what they have to look forward to in naval service.
That's a good point. That's probably a good idea to go copian hunting while everyone is distracted. So you can. I need to do that so I can actually start the Wicklow quest lines. I also need to buy some of these as well. You can actually buy these on the floor, and they're like pretty good equipment.
Though not nearly at the numbers that our UEE Army brethren order, the Navy maintains an active, versatile fleet of ground units, logistics, transport.
They're justifying that the Navy has tanks. Astro, fellow teacher, just wrapped another semester. Congratulations. Catch up on the drama. It looked like it's to blow more money on pixels. I mean chips. Yeah, I've still got 2 weeks left. The final tests for me to start on start next week, and they go for 2 weeks.
And engineers are a common fixture at the Academy and Naval bases. Try and get first-hand accounts of what works and what doesn't in their ships.
That's script. Take a look at this thing. This is just a bigger version of the Vanguard. This is the crew quarters, right? This is literally just a bigger version of the Vanguard. And they still didn't seal off the fucking top deck. They have a hatch here. What? This is... Oh, it's glass. Oh, it is glass. Okay. These must be like armor stands.
The UEE Navy is proud to welcome Aegis Dynamics back to Victor's Launch. Though we have created
Suit lockers, yeah.
iconic and decorated naval ships in our history, the past has draped in shadow for decades.
Pretty simple ship.
To see if they have truly committed themselves to building a
Someone's already yanked. They've already like jacked the the fuses. Can't have shit in Invictus. People ripping the fucking copper out of the goddamn ships. Oh, you're looking at the number. I don't know the total number. It's like 180 to 190. I'm gonna pause here in a moment to do the thumbnail for the stream. Hey, no. Damn it. figured this would be the perfect place to hide script. Oh, they made him joke about how Drake is actually being showed off now. Script.
The latest line of defenders from Aegis Dynamics have already been battle-tested throughout the Empire and beyond. With that kind of success, it's no wonder the Navy expanded their roster of Aegis ships in
You thought your wife would be happy if she bought a Polaris. She was more surprised. I mean, I'd be surprised too if I spent $1,000. My wife would be too if I spent $1,000 on something.
of what they have to look forward to in naval service. Small but elite group of vehicle operators trained for a variety of operations. Before their combat search and rescue training, they are some of the few non-marine military personnel who are
it's pretty accepting of like me spending money on stuff as long as it's like not hurting our financials. She's okay with it. And she herself like will buy. Like she'll be like, I want to buy this. I'm like, go for it. It makes you happy. If you enjoy it, then buy it. She encouraged you to try to say, to try for the Idris. There we go. Whatever makes you happy. That's a good partner. And you're like, hey, this is. I may not fully understand it, but it makes you happy. Go for it. As long as it doesn't hurt you, like in terms of making, payments and stuff like that. I'm wrong with it. Damn, I need one like that. Your wife buys Disney pins. Hey, people have their own hobbies. If you have the extra money to do stuff, like, that's always fine.
While fighters like the Hornet and Gladius have become synonymous with the use.
See, I just my wife was already collecting and painting D&D miniatures, so I just like, it was pretty easy for me, like, hey, you want to do Warhammer? Yeah. 6 times 15 times 2 is 180, which should give a footprint. You can park a Nova on and maintain the same artificial 2 deep stack on the bow. I'd heard somewhere it was like at 190, but you did the math. I'm sure that's right. The plant. Oh, the plant. Asgard is supposed to be 180 SCU. Okay. Yeah, that's what Jin was saying. Jin did the math and said it should be about 180. That makes sense. Because it's just a Valkyrie. Let's see if we can find any script. Maybe they've been stripped already. I don't know what their respawn rate is either, so. Because they respawn pretty quickly, or like the packages, for instance, for Luminalia respawn really quickly. Oh yeah, the grid is different from what you can actually do. Hey, super. I mean, I did this thing you're not supposed to do and monetize my hobby. So like I made, like I don't actually, I was never really, this is going to sound like a weird thing, but I've never been a guy who's like, hey, I would like to purchase spaceships. There was a time when I was buying more spaceships for Star Citizen, because it was like, this is neat. I'm excited for these, but like when they didn't fully come out in allotted time, I was like, maybe I should just, not worry about it so much. I'm also the kind of guy who will spend about, $50 on like 3 or 4 different games when I have time to play, and I'll play like 2 of those games, like for like several hours, like 10 hours, and then one of those games for like 2 hours maybe. And then forget that I had those games in the first place. And then every time it comes back to, I would like to play this game, I go, you've already played all these other games and barely played them. You'll never play this. It's like, okay, I should probably not buy that. I can't tell you. Well, I guess I can't tell you. The TAC was the only ship that I purchased for myself recently. And then, of course, I bought a bunch of stuff for the Ironclad. The Ironclad Assault. But like with the MTC, I might pick up the MTC, but I'll probably just buy it in game. I want to try Civ 7. As always with a lot of Civ games, if you want to pick it up, wait until the first expansion pack comes out, because it'll usually come out with a slight discount on the game itself, and then you will also get a lot of the fixes. Like the problem with Civ 7 isn't actually the game, as far as I understand. The problem with Civ 7 stems from its UI. Its UI is dog shit. And because its UI is bad, it makes it hard. It's a complex game that makes a complex game harder. Didn't like the TAC. I like the TAC for what it is. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think a lot of people were expecting more. What I heard was like the big one that everyone was using, forgot their name. They're a bigger content creator than I am. Who did a bunch of testing on it. Like the way that they tested it to say it was garbage was they dropped the damn thing on top of an active turret, and when it blew up, they were like, "This is dog shit," because I blew up when I dropped it on an active turret. I'm like, it's size 5. It's intended to outrange the size 4s that are in most defense turrets. Your idea is you're supposed to use those guns to destroy those turrets and then land. And the other thing to remember is that the tack is not a the tack. You buy it for its role, for its future, its intended purpose. Don't buy it for its meta role. So many people buy ships now because it's like, well, it's the meta. It's like, I've seen meta chasing in a lot of different venues. It's only going to end up with you being mad. The number of people who bought who laughed at me when I was like, oh, well, I hate the Redeemer for many different reasons. And they were like, well, it's a good ship. I like it because it's meta. And then like it got nerfed and they're like, well, I hate it now. I feel betrayed. It's like, why are you being betrayed? Like, you knew it was going to end up getting changed in the future. It was artificially buffed to be meta. We were talking about that earlier, about Idris's like X, and we were talking about the info runners, like the Polaris, because we did the RSI days. The Polaris is pretty good, y'all. Like the Polaris is still better. And a lot of people are like, well, this is the RIP Polaris. No one's going to want to use the Polaris anymore. It's like, what are you talking about? Of course they're going to want to use the Polaris. The Polaris is designed to kill an Idris. You just need to know how to use. Skill issue, I would say. Skill issue.
Nature of operations throughout the systems. Have a look to see how each of these
it's not 1.0 yet. Why are people attached to ships in an alpha? Because I think a lot of people treat this game as their main game, and so like they're like, their approach is, this is the game now. I'm going to enjoy the game now, and I'm going to focus on the game now, and then forget that it's an alpha and will likely change to make sure for like balance purposes and other things like that. And then just get bad when things change. It's like, well, it's going to change when 1.0 comes out anyways, because they'll do what every game company does these days, which is, this is the meta. Let's shake up the meta and make the ships that are not the meta, so that people then gravitate towards those ships more. There's just no fucking script. I haven't even seen a single script yet. It might be like a lot of stuff is bugged. We tried to do the Hunt the Polaris mission yesterday, and it was just straight up broken. That might be something we do. I do later, once all the heat's died down. I don't know why they market it then if it's or they talk about it if it's going to be super rare. Maybe it's because they want to make it rare because they don't want to like worry about the like people like farming it. They did the same damn thing with people farmed the shit out of those packages for money during Luminalia.
For those with loved ones setting off today to begin their life in the Navy, stop by our friends and family to get a better understanding of what they have to look forward to in Navy service.
It's still alpha. Their naming convention is still alpha 4.11. They treat it like early access, but it's still considered alpha on their part. And I would say it is early access. What? Hold up. Y'all see this?
Though not nearly at the numbers that are UEE.
Oh, you buy the bombs, but not the racks.
Navy maintains an active, versatile
That sucks.
logistics, transport,
That's scummy. Oh, that's real scummy. That's scummy. Oh. They've been in the files for a long time too, but like they use the size 5s for the A1s, right? And then size 10s for the A2s. Sorry to bring up the drama again, chat. But I legitimately was like, wait, size 3? You can buy them? I was like, oh, right, yeah, you can always buy them. It was the racks that you can't buy. How Paul learned to hate the bomb. I love the idea of the size 3s.
Invictus Launch Week is a great opportunity.
Can you put the bomb racks on the MSR? Yes, you can. Anything, basically any ship with a size 3 missile rack can support the racks. But it has to have a missile rack that's exterior and in the right place. So it's like the Gladius, the Hornets, not the Saber, the Arrow, yeah, because they've got exterior missile racks. The Buccaneer can as well. Buccaneer I'm okay with. Like, the Buccaneer makes 100% sense that you would be able to slap bombs in that bitch. Because that thing is junkyard special. Hey. But not the Gladiator, which makes me sad. But they also kind of need to up the Gladiator.
Sly_5 just gifted 5 subs.
Thanks so much for that 5 subs of their Sly. You're very important. Top of Ram Press. This is Ram Press. You rock. Shots and cheers in chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. Went players hunting last night, and the players skied and never showed up. Yeah, I know it's happened. Like, I've seen people do it. Like, I've seen people run it. So, are you loving the fact they made your tank they showed off the other day? Oh no, I like the idea. I don't like the fact that it's, you know, behind a paywall, but I do like the DACA tank, the Punisher. Because, I mean, that's CIG are a bunch of 40K fans. They straight up were like, let's make the Lehman Russ Punisher. That's what it was. They were making the Lehman Russ Punisher. Oh, of course it's always physics bugs because, I mean, Darj is here. Darj could probably go on a rant, which I have to do, by the way. June, Darj. We're going to have to do a special like, European-centric Captain's Table where we talk about, because I want to bring Darj and Tomato and maybe Vertigo in to talk about ground physics and what CIG does right, what they need to improve upon, because, and like what the problem is. Because fundamentally, the X20, baby. But fundamentally, it like there's a problem. There's a problem there. Hey, Matt. I like this. I think it's dumb, but I like it. I like dumb things like this in games because it's clear like somebody was having fun and decided to just do something because they were inspired by another media. Eventually, that thing is going to be the most meta vehicle in the game, and you know it. Look behind the rock. You found one piece of script on the ground in front of the food chaos bottles. Nothing here. The edge of the rock. There's a... I don't really see anything at the edge of the rock, chat. Chatter.
While fighters like the Hornets and Gladius have become synonymous with the UEE name, the truth is that with a variety of operations over the past of the Navy utilized
The bottom part. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the bottom part. I don't see anything on these.
The UEE Navy
No, I haven't bought anything this year.
For their combat search and rescue training, they are some of the few
I'm probably gonna buy the MTC for a giveaway,
who are
but
invited to train with the Marines on the hostile environments of Cologne.
there's no DrakeCon this year. That's why. Oh, you're going to miss it in the sense of like miss the memes. Yeah. Hey, Victoria. You found 2 there yesterday? Okay, good to know. A Calliope tank with rockets artillery would be an amazing and hilarious. Give me a fucking mortar tank, CIG. I bought the MTV. Well, they even make it in the announcements. They say something to the effect of like, "We're proud to have Drake represented in the for their first year at Invictus. You know, for their dedication to improving their own reputation and bettering the Empire as a whole," or some shit like that. So they do a hand wave about like Drake being part of these festivities this year. No, I think a mortar mount on the MTC would be great. It'd be fun. What can you buy with script? Anything that Wicklow offers, because you can use script to buy Wicklow favors, and there are some Wicklow missions where you have to give him script in return for vehicles. And that's going to be expanded upon in the future. Actually, see the inside. This is quite roomy. Got a small rack in the back. Yeah, swap that top out for like a adjustable mortar. Bring the pain. Bring the pain. Bring the rain pain. We should call the MTC bastard because it would because it would hard to hit lock a location. I think that the MTC's main function in game will be to counter Titan suits. Because I think it's probably going to be tougher than the Titan suits, because I always see the Titan suits not as an actual like tank, but as a mobile weapons platform. So it's like an armor you normally would have, you know, heavy armor, but like giving you access to higher level weapons. So like tier 1 weapons, version or whatever. Size 1 weapons. Size 1, maybe size 2 or 3 weapons. So an MTC would be a perfect counter to that, because it could just like chew through the armor of those weapons and those suits, more mobile, and you could, all else fails, you could run them the fuck over. I know what script looks like, so.
The UEE may be small, but elite group of vehicle operators trained for a variety of operations. Before their combat search and rescue training, they are some of the few non-marine military personnel who are invited to train with the Marines.
Are there different values of script or just one script? There's just one script. So there are 2 different types of script. There's the mercenary script, and then there's the you can't block me from going in here. Silly military.
Aegis Dynamics is committed to improving the pilot experience. More so than
I think CIG just made this to fuck with people. I don't think they're gonna put anything here. They're just doing it to fuck with people. Paul, the velvet rope. Yeah, there's the mercenary guild, and then there's the council, which is like sort of evil script. It's criminal script. They serve the function as like gold-plated platinum in the universe of Star Citizen or Beskar. It's sort of a non-regulated or very low regulated currency. As a physical currency in a universe with digital currency. Did I say gold plus platinum? It must have said something else. I'm not getting a lot of sleep, chat. It's my own fault though, because I've also been playing games.
Although Invictus is a celebration of the men and women who are about to ship off to begin their training, Launch Week not only provides an opportunity.
So Continental coins from the John Wick series. Yeah, I'm sure that was also one of the inspirations for sure.
Much needed recreational leave. Be sure to thank a starman today.
Thank a starman today. Thank you for your service. All right, so today is on the website Origin and RSI. You can also rent them today. And then Monday will be Solid Outland, Misk and Mirai. And then Wednesday will be Crusader. I think that's it. Yeah. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hey, Alex. No, I don't have no desire to buy an Idris. I know there's a couple people in the org who have Idrises. And I felt a little bad because like I bought an Idris because it was good for the org. I'm like, don't do that. Buy it because you want it. If you want it, then get it. Don't just buy it for the org. We can earn it in game. It'd be fun. Yeah, no script that I can find. How many script do you need to buy stuff from Wicklow? I think it depends. I'm gonna go do some of those early missions and see if I can't show you some script. But it's like 50 script for a favor.
Ship off to begin their training. Launch Week not only provides an opportunity to celebrate.
So it's still a significant amount, but you can find them in a lot of places, especially in like the mercenary missions. If you kill like an ace pilot, they have script. You can find them in like bunker missions and such. Where is this going?
Trap now approaching.
AUEC should be tied to script standard. Oh, it's like gold standard? Yeah. The Kraken doesn't get the P as a loner? What does it get, Alex?
Trap now leaving the station.
Because it should be the P.
Stand clear of the door.
There's no way that there's any ship that's like it's like the Kraken. No, it should get the Idris. It's the same price too. They're actually more expensive. But it's the roll that matters. It should get the P. Because the P is Sicilian. I think it's just they forgot. They foreboard. They just didn't think about it. Like, don't take this the wrong way, chat, but like, I know that many people at CIG, this is their job. So they don't think about it beyond their job. And as a
Now
job.
arriving.
Because they just got so many other things to worry about. So y'all probably think about this shit more often than most CIG members do. You found Tendracopian. Where are the Tendracopian? Because I'd like to do that, but we'll do some script missions instead. Nah. Jav owners get the P. They shouldn't get the Polaris.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
I'm gonna do
system.
this one because I know that if I do this.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your insurance claim has. Thank you. Please visit us again.
The M would have made sense.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Ooh, look at one of the smiles. Yeah, the Jav should have the M. That I think would be a good compromise. The Jav gets the Idris M. Because it actually comes with firepower and makes sense. Oh, it actually fucking. Oh, wow. It didn't just get
to the
eaten.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I feel like I have to go back to Pyro to get out my fucking Hornet properly and then fly back. That's where all my stuff is in Pyro. On the green bat at Microtech's equator. I know that they said that in the past, but I've also been around those areas and didn't see them.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
50.
Please visit us again.
Nah, they'll be size 12. Then again, this is CIG. They've been doing fucking power increases instead of managing their own, weapons for a while, so. Though they have done some interesting balancing choices. Like, as far as I can tell, size 1s don't do nearly as much damage, but they have insane capacitor ratings and have insane fire rates. So, while they aren't good, they're still worse than a size 2, and I'd choose a size 2 over a size 1 any day. Like, I can see a full size 1 loadout being somewhat viable as sort of a fuck your shields build. They're in non-force areas of the green places. Seeing the new laser beam, I now would love a Freelancer or Zeus with 2 beams on the side, maybe a rocket PDC on the back, fend off tractor beams. Oh wait, wrong franchise.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Thank you for your saying responses on Spectrum. There've always been a sycophantic element who are massively invested financially, personally in the project, and only someone with a good reputation can cut through that. I mean, people are already mad at me for talking about it earlier today. People are like, can we not talk about it? And it's like, I get it. It's fucking exhausting to talk about, but I will say, and a lot of people says they don't want negativity, but I will say what I want is for the game to be better. I would like for the work that the developers have put into the game to really shine, and this practice removes the spotlight from these developers' work, from the QA testers, the coders, the engine folks, the people who are working on the back end, the the people who worked on like the level design and the ships and the animations and the FPS balance. There's a ton of things in 411 which are cool and unique. Cinematics teams and everything. A lot of these teams are doing a lot of cool stuff, all for marketing to just be like, how can we fuck this up? And it's like it's bad, and I want that to be the thing. I think the way you do that, and the way that has the lesson that they should have learned, which is the lesson that I've been saying, if you looked at the past, matched, and those of you who've been watching me long enough know, the way you increase funding is you release patches. The more that CIG releases patches, the more content they release and features, doesn't matter if it's features or content a ton or not, doesn't matter if it's a really hype patch or not, release a patch. When you release a patch, when CIG releases a patch, their funding spikes. And guess what? They've released a patch a month for this entire year, and their funding is through the fucking roof. Because it keeps them relevant. People are paying attention to it. They're playing the patches, and then they're like, oh, well, there's a fix coming up. And if they have a problem, usually CIG has some sort of fix that will come out around within 3 to 6 months. So, 3 to 6 weeks. So. That's the thing. It's like it is
Welcome
contrary to popular
ASOP
belief.
vehicle retrieval system.
Hyper monetization
Your vehicle has please visit us again.
is not going to make you more money. It's going to make you less money. There has to be a balance between in-game and out-of-game purchases. The games that make the most money are the games that give you the option to purchase it out of game while still allowing you to purchase it in-game, often at the same time. Helldivers 2 is a good example of this. Helldivers 2 lets you basically earn anything you want in-game through their in-game services. But you can also pay to unlock their little battle passes that you can then, you still have to pay for them. You still have to play to unlock them, but you get access to them. And they never like time gate those battle passes. Those battle passes are always available. They reached 42 million a year today. I know, and that's because of the content. It's not because of the weird monetization process thing. It's because people have been waiting for the interest to come out for a while, and that's good. And there's also there's an uptick in new members. Jin was talking about this on the Discord, where it's like we actually are seeing new counts going up for the first time in 3 years, which means it's working. And this shit's gonna it's a lagging indicator, but this shit's gonna make it worse. Yeah, they need to improve the subscription program. Also, Tundra Copian, Vladimir Pogon, go to KH3AA3AAE-L. Ping, find Copian profit. Thank you, Dan. I'm gonna go do that right now. I would love to see, by the way, a bespoke upgrade version for like someone was saying, the freelancer. I'd love to see the freelancer's sides to be swapped out for a bespoke twin laser beam mount, or beam mount. They're not lasers, they're beams. So like instead of a miss being having like for the miss for any freelancer, those side turrets to be turned into just beams. I want people to be focusing on that. Like, it's fucking amazing. Like, yeah, the wait times are a little egregious at Area 18. That's kind of a symptom of the problem of success, suffering from success. How's the client performance been these days? I installed a year ago after 5 years of playing. Dude, it is great. I'm currently looking at server FPS is about 20, and I'm at about hovering around 60 FPS. Now, I do have exclamation point PC will give you my specs, I think. So I do have a pretty modern PC. I just built this for content, basically. But I am playing at 1440. But I've heard people who have much lower specs than me have pretty respectable I have a Perseus, yeah. You just fly your Titan. I also got the Speed Blade and the Titan. Only got it because of the first change for the Adventure series in a while, outside of losing access to internal ship storage. Also, that Nightbreak paint job is sexy as fuck. I think most people I know who got the blades bought them because of the paints. Some people were curious about the flight blades, but most people bought it because they liked the paint. I don't like to practice. I want to be able to, I want all that stuff to be in game day one. I think that's a great way of I also think all ships that we sold in the store need to be available day one. And I know CIG has some weird, legally speaking, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, maybe I'm just ignorant. Can someone point to me any laws? Maybe it's a European law where if you sell something, you can't give it away for a certain amount of months or something like that. Which even is weird because they're giving me an Asgard to give away too. They may not if I'm negative about it, but who knows? I'm negative about them. To give away this one, so I'm giving it away even though it's being sold. So I don't know. It just feels like a weird argument, and I don't think I've ever seen them say because of legal issues. So basically, it's a self-imposed legal thing where they're like, well, we legally can't do it because we wrote the rules and our rule says we can't do it, which is also not a good look. Hey. Okay, what the fuck? Where did you come from? Good Lord, how long has died on Microtech? Yes. They've changed pledge store language multiple times to skirt EU protection regulations. Yeah, that sounds like CIG. There are some issues with original pledge ships because if you offer a product on Kickstarter, for example, it should not go to retail before backers get their goods. But that doesn't apply to anything now. That means you can do it at the same time, though. Generally speaking, the good practice, in my opinion, is make anything that is available to purchase on the web store available in-game the same time it's available to purchase on the store. So, like, I do think that the interest should be available to get earned in-game. I think it should be a Wicklow requirement, and I saw someone being like, well, it might be super high. We have to get, like, 1 billion Copian horns. And I'm like, that's fine. It should be difficult to get because it's an Idris, but if it's available, it's easy. It's an easy way of getting like people like they're just making money off of the ships, which is you can earn it in game the day one. People will go, oh, okay, you know. I've had this opinion for a while, but not even a week. Like the compromise, my compromise would be make it available to rent. Make all ships available to rent until they're available to purchase in game. Because I know one of the reasons why they're doing it is that they're afraid that people won't buy their ships. Like if they put them out available for people to rent, then people won't buy the new ships. So, you know, their revenue is going to go down. But they fucking always let people rent the new ships at Invictus and IAE. In fact, they let people rent everything at Invictus and IAE quite routinely. And those are the biggest sales they ever do. Yet people don't have to buy it in and have access to buy them in game. And a lot of these vehicles you could buy in game as well. Crash. Oh, wow. It's even hard to get outside of the game. Oh, I don't even look at the chat. The height of intellectualism. In-game video game chats. You don't even have to do that, Allison. Or just make it available to purchase after a long, but only after a long quest chain where you have to do a bunch of other things. Easy. Like the Polaris, the Wicklow Polaris. Besides the newly released ships, the CIG mentioned whether or not they'll stop ship sales at 1.0. They have not made a comment on it in years. They did say originally their plan was to stop selling it after release. And I'm going to be real with you, Netprize. They're not stopping. They're not going to stop selling ships. They'll sell ships even after 1.0. What they'll do is they'll make them packages so that they can hit their original statement, and they'll still sell new ships that are straight to flyable rather than, I don't think they'll sell concept ships. They'll probably sell new ships straight to flyable. And when they sell the new ships straight to flyable, it'll be like, I don't want it to be, but they'll probably try to do it as where it's like exclusive in game. So I reached peak dadness. I got my first pair of New Balance shoes. Gotta say, it's like angels making love to my feet or something like that. Yeah, but I'm a cargo pilot. I don't do quest chains. But my org needs security ships. Then your org should do quest chains to do security ships. We were in a fully crewed interest yesterday, and some griefers tried to interdict us and then ran away. It was hilarious. Yeah, no, I was in we decided that a standard unit of formation of an Idris is called an Elba, and that includes at least one K, one T, and one M. So if you have a full Elba, we had a full Elba trying to do the Hunt the Polaris. You can't spell for shit today. It's because you're so mad that CIG you couldn't get your hands on an Idris. We had 1.33 Elbas last night. Yeah. I do think that the actual peak loadout will be an Idris, twin Polarises, and like 2 to 4 smaller support ships, like say 2 Perseuses and 2 Hammerheads, or 4 Perseuses or 4 Hammerheads as sort of a fleet loadout. Because you can get an Idris that's like really good at doing one thing, and then get support vessels which are good to cover its blank spots, and you can still end up costing less crew doing that than if it would be for 3 full Idrises to cover that whole gambit. The full Elba, because that gives you at least possibly 3 or 4 fighters from the Idris, at least 1 if not 2 fighters from each of the Polarises. So that gives you basically a squadron, a fighter squadron of support. Plus, if you need extra fighter coverage, you've got the Hammerheads. If you need more punching power, you've got the, you know, for medium ships and up, you have the Perseus. The Perseus only requires 4 people. The Hammerhead really only requires 5 or 6. You can do full crew, but you don't really need it. So, like, basically one Perseus and 1 Hammerhead is effectively the same crew requirement as 1 Idris, and you get a lot more flexibility out of it. And then a Polaris is like 8 people, so like a little over 1 Idris if you get 2 Polarises. Yeah, and Idris can get teamed up because it's flying without its other fleet complements. And even if you have 3 or more Idrises in one group, it's still, they're going to have to actively cover each other to deal with like fighters and stuff like that. Yeah, I think a basic minimum fleet complement for most orgs is going to end up being 1 Perseus, 1 Hammerhead, 1 Polaris, and 1 Idris. 1 of each, because they cover each other so well. That's why the Tarkin Doctrine was asked, yeah. It's funny because this is the Bishop Doctrine. What you're seeing is the Bishop Doctrine of warfare, which is why the Polaris exists, why the Perseus was brought back, because it's a lot easier to maintain control over an internal system with a small patrol vessel that has a significant power than it is to try to control with a fleet. So like an Idris, a Polaris, a Perseus, and a Hammerhead in a system could probably lock down an entire system for like law enforcement and military purposes effectively in any system. The amount of firepower and other kind of combat abilities that just small 4 ship has is insane. And that complement is like, let's just say like a full multi shift Idris is like 100 people. So you've got like 100 people on an Idris. A full Polaris multi-role shift is probably like 50 or 60. And then the Perseus full rotation would probably be something like 8. Same with the Hammerhead, it would be like 8 to 12. So you're looking at, with just that, less than 200 people, personnel, for and 4 ships. So it's a lot easier to maintain 4 ships for an entire system. So for 200 people, you can control a system that has billions of people in it. That's a fucking trade-off. All right, so someone who's saying F something. K3, okay, so let me look it up. KH? I don't see a KH. Okay, H3, this one, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's on the line. Awesome. Hey, Minstrel. And look for green valleys between the mountains. I'm gonna go copian hunting with my with my fighter. So just doing some Kraken math, my anti-warship flight deck loadout would need 24 to 28 just for the flight deck. USS Armstrong. I have to make a new account that's just Armstrong. That's called Armstrong. All right, so I got to go to Astro's clearing, right? Let me head down here. Towards the direction of the sun, too, so it's pretty good. The other people are doing this as well. Nice. Round mountains. The Copians scatter when they see shit guns. Tundra Copian, right here. Go see the kill so far. Yeah, so we've got a couple. This week on the broadside of the barn, it's hard to hit because the fundamental problem of the of ship weapons is that they don't converge on targets. You can't target the ground targets. Just gotta find all these dead bodies. They just despawned. So despawned. Do you not know the setting for convergence? There's a setting for convergence you can set without having to like go through your don't you have to like go through your settings? There's no like key, right? In the middle of the valley over here. There's 2. There's 3. How many do you need? 10? 20? For Wicklow. There's only 3 for Wicklow? Oh, well. I'll get some more. What's the one for the Riari? Your 30-minute video on the history of the Idris was on point. Watched it just now. I'm flying to Taiwan. Well, thank you for watching. Get a couple more here, just so in case anybody else needs them. If you set your default convergence to your ground settings, or you can set them out. You can like you can like set up like hotkeys for them. I've looked it up. I do love me some ground support roles. So there's like at least one more that were like way down the ground. Such a shitty hunter. Kill them all. Kill like an entire pack and only use like half of their material. Static slider. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Paul. Great vid as usual. Could repeat what you were saying. The end of March, you said. What? You're waiting till the end of March? I was waiting for the end of March for what? What vid? No problem, Asuna. I also need to go get his burrito, don't I? There should be enough then. I don't feel safe with that giant fleet battle over there. Now for his food, yeah. The food's the hard part. Okay, so where is the static slider? Oh, great web of the Idris. Unrelated. There was something you wanted. You're waiting to reveal. Oh, yeah. I've already talked about it, but basically it's CIG. Multiple sources have confirmed that CIG is releasing Squad 42 to Steam on day one. They're not doing, contrary to popular belief, they're actually not doing. They're not going to be releasing to consoles. There's no plans for releasing Squadron to consoles.
Landing gear raised.
Well, see, the thing is that they said for many years that they weren't planning on sending it to Steam because of the fees.
Okay.
Has it changed to its coffee and beef jerky now? So the snaggle stick you could probably get at landing zones, but I don't know if you can get them in. You might be able to get them in stuff. It rotates. Okay. Consoles is a post release. Like it's after release before the second one, but it's going to be like they shunt it off to a studio that specializes in that sort of thing. So get up coffee.
Okay.
At Fortress. Fortress. Literally just across the way. Okay. Makes sense. Because the get up coffee is like it's the cold brew, right? It might be fun that the snaggle stick on trust as well.
Landing gear deployed.
The in-game price of $17 for a burrito is the most realistic thing about the game. Yeah, it's unrealistic that you'd actually be paid money to do all of this. I need to get some. Oh wait, I should probably do that. Did they fix the refuel bug, or is it still a problem where you have to like kind of store it? Next Xbox is supposed to be a Windows box with a couch controller friendly shells. It's a Steam box. Yeah, I've heard about it. It's not fixed? Okay. So doing it and then like storing it and unstoring it will still fix the problem. Have you stated your opinion on what your opinion on Sears' response to Blaze controversy? I mean, I literally posted it on Spectrum.
Welcome to the ASOP
On that
vehicle
site.
retrieval system. Your vehicle has
I'll give you
been
the short because I like a lot of people are tired of the controversy and drama, and I do want to like talk about other things that are in the drama because I'm not a drama channel. I don't think it goes far enough. It's pretty much worthless right now because CIG's word is as good as nothing. So them saying basically we're still going to sell this because we want to, and we'll give it to you in June instead of whenever the hell we were feeling like it. And then we promise we won't do this in the future. That just basically means nothing. It means that they're still doing it. Fuck you. I don't post on Spectrum. If I'm posting on Spectrum, something's gone awfully wrong, like terribly wrong. It has nothing to do with the performance of the blades or anything like that. For me, it's all about. It's all about like this precedent this sets for the game going forward. Especially after CIG did a huge song and dance about how they wanted to make more stuff earnable in game. Like this, like half of fucking they were talking about at CitizenCon was like, hey, we want you to earn a bunch of cool stuff in game. And then they did the Wicklow stuff, and it was like, cool. Like this is, you can see where it's going. Now it's like, come on, y'all, really? Do we really need to monetize everything? Are we gonna get CR Gamer Girl bathwater in the universe? Yeah, but I understand why people are basically like not are over it because CIG made a statement, and so a lot of people are giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying, okay, well.
Hey, welcome. How you doing?
Got no. Okay. Is that what that it was? No.
Everything going all right?
Hi there.
Hey, welcome.
I have 2 notes.
Hey. Welcome.
How you doing?
Everything going all right?
The Snaggle Stick Smoke Deck.
How you doing?
I think there might be Snaggle Sticks at this kiosk. But no joke. Burrito. Okay. Let's head down and get some
Hey there.
some crews, and then we'll head out, grab that last one, and go do Wick's first mission. There's one place I do want to look because they sometimes have snacks and it's the clothing store sometimes. Have any? Oh, I heard these boys work. No voice, but works. Let's do whiskey and coke. Yeah, arcade machines always had sense. Yeah, someone said that they were at the new Babbage Spaceports. We can go there. Dig it out, it's working. The mad lads got it to work. Just spilled everything, though. Come on, you have that logic kick in, buddy. Need more? Can you find them on 890s? I didn't know you could find them on the 890s. If you're at the 890 mission, the medium chest piece is what I use a lot. That medium chest piece from the psychically drinking it. Hey, but at least they're working. Thanks, buddy.
From breathtaking views, incredible dining, to unmatched shopping, Crusader is.
New Babbage Commons has a coffee place. Yeah, I already have the milk, so I'm good. First off, traction module. What the hell? I thought that was a fuse.
How are you doing? Been looking into getting one of those sight adjusters that automatically compensates the bullet drop based on the atmosphere sampling. No idea how the hell it works.
I'm tempted to pick up another Perseus. Why do you need multiple Perseuses, Klepter? What is this for? Oh, to a salvage laser head. Okay. Heading down to the station.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Wait, it should still have this here, wouldn't I? Double barrel Perseus.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle, please visit.
No, I don't have an address. I'm gonna go down, get this, finish this mission up, and then I gotta do the thumbnail and setup for the cap stable. So we're gonna be talking about lore today. We're gonna be talking with Tree and Warrior Humble about why lore, like, is lore important in the game? What is the purpose of lore in video games in general, but with like Star Citizen? Because Warrior Humble's brand new to the verse. He's been reacting to a bunch of videos in Star Citizen for a while. And of course, Tree's been around for a while, and I of course have. One of the things he talked about was like, you know, hey, I know you did Helldivers 2 lore, and I was like, I'm gonna tie this in here because he wants to talk a little bit about that too. It's like cool because Tree's also a Helldivers fan and covered everything and followed it for a long time. Game, are you serious right now?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
This is a bug that's been going on where you can't retrieve your vehicles. Oh my god.
Please visit us again.
Unironically, I think the Perseus is going to be the backbone of most combat-focused groups. You can basically run with a 4-crew. Tanky can defend itself from most threats and is likely much cheaper. Oh yeah, 100%. I think it's going to be the main deterrent for any security, along with some fighter support. It's definitely going to need fighter support, but if you need something that can take on most threats other than fighters, choose the Perseus. And if you need something to take on fighters, bring fighters. Dare we hope democracy will be handled at judicially in this table then? Well, the idea that I'm going to do is I'm going to like use Helldivers as a great example of how gameplay and lore can sit side by side and can complement one another while still not causing a major kerfluffles. Like, they do a great job of synergizing the two while still having fun and going with cool shit. The Arrowhead team does.
Landing gear raised.
And like the way they do their events, which is mostly out of game with a little bit of in-game flavor here and there, is a great way of talking about how to do those events. Twin stick.
Landing gear deployed. Landing gear raised.
The old method, because for some reason it's my hotkey isn't working.
Landing gear deployed.
Game. I can get around you, but
Landing gear raised.
it's foggy. The Copians right by us? Grazers, okay. There's the land.
Gear deployed.
Do this.
Located in the plaza, the factory line has all of Microtech's latest offerings.
We need a snaggle stick smoke dagger. This should probably be up here.
Been frustrated with the UE's response to this regen thing. Feel like
Hello.
I need to have known
What?
this before they announced it.
There's no snaggle sticks over here?
People flying around not knowing they were at risk of really dying.
Do I have to go to the freaking
That's the way it goes, I guess.
commons?
I've been there.
I thought y'all said something about it being over here. I was like, yeah, I'll get that.
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology.
I know the
Where
dreams, just my
creative
mind
innovation
processes stuff.
innovative
but it felt so damn real.
Should have just parked at the commons. Purple ones?
From
Miss
all
it?
of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
What?
Those are all calorie bars.
From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the New Babbage
Oh, right here.
Interstellar
Perfect.
Hey.
Hi, and welcome to New Baggage and gate assignments. Please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
Yeah?
Remember, your belongings belong to you.
Whee!
Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
All right, Wick, I'm coming.
From the best.
Hey, Astro, so I know the whole Flight Blade situation is not looking good right now. However, playing the game is fun. I don't know. 411 feels good. I ran into minor bugs yesterday. I was wondering, do you feel the same? Basically. That's effectively my take, is that Star Citizen is actually fun now, and they're doing better, and it's improving significantly. And it's shitty because it's like, okay, so the second you get a fun game working, CIG is like, cool, let's monetize the fuck out of it. It feels very predatory. How lucky do you think it would we get any larger alien spacecraft from other Tavaran space turtles? Highly, but not anytime soon. We'll get them, but we'll get them like after release, post 1.0.
Landing gear raised.
Which should always be controversial, especially with the further you go back to the histories of systems. UE backstory in particular, no imperial governance has ever been on the dark side. And that's the whole point of lore, is to give a nice backdrop to the controversies and the stories of the universe. And every story needs drama and conflict. So that's the reason why lore exists. But it only exists to further the stories in the game. It doesn't exist to anything else. And you can have fun, weird lore and still have serious stuff. I was talking with my wife earlier today about, like, Elder Scrolls is a great example. Like, a lot of the stuff in Elder Scrolls, especially probably the most serious of the Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind, is fucking silly. It's just weird, but it's intentional. Like, that's the whole point. It's like you have the juxtaposition of really weird shit combined with, you know, like the lusty Argonian maid. You can read the lusty Argonian maid while talking, right before talking to basically a living god who's gonna spout philosophy at you. Hey, Renamon. Doing okay. Spring. Man. It ain't spring.
Sorry, so sorry. Having comms issue. But you want to learn. Wait a bit.
Okay, Wick. Give me the green light, buddy. more time there, Wick. Victor. Wiki poo. Wick. Don't tell me you broke it too. Literally got everything I need. At least I got everything I need. It's fun, but the blades overshadow it. That's the problem. It's like, this should be about, it should have been a victory lap. Instead, it's a controversy that Seiji refuses to deal with. Because, like, I'll tell you right now, the easiest way to deal with all the problems they have right now, if they can't just put it into the game right now, is stop selling the fucking things on the store. We're close, load up the hangar. Look, you've got 3 open hangars, buddy. Wicklow ruined imprints and regen by superimposing himself all across Stanton. So you're saying I should just wait, chat? This is a very long time to wait. Yeah, I think I'll just QT in and out.
Landing gear raised.
The server I'm on, none of the ASAP terminals are responding. They're a little slow, but I was able to get them on. I've been having issues calling the ATC. That's the thing. There's definitely certain things I'd like CIG to change in terms of its monetary policy. I think that CIG should definitely move away from what they're doing now and move more towards cosmetics. But that would also require them to develop a cosmetic system that makes sense, which they haven't and refuse to do for whatever reason. Where you gotta set up in the weirdest places imaginable. Alright, wait. I'm back. Open the door. I've tried it. Tried it earlier, it didn't work. See. Could be the server, but I don't have enough time to fuck around with it. So I'm gonna head back to Mikkel 2. At least I got all this stuff, so I can do this mission again in the future. Go to Mikkel 2 and log off.
Okay.
Okay. Who the fuck are you? Dude's taking off here. Oh, did he just earn the Polaris? Oh, or it's a Javelin or Idris. Okay, that may be why it was broken. It's probably only this is the only one. Go, Idris, go. Chat. Kick me out, wait, kick me out, kick me out. Rick was just like, yep, fuck you. That's the question, where's it gonna put me? Vehicle impounded, okay. It doesn't work, Stefan. No, it wasn't the marker behind me. That was the mission marker. Yeah, because in Squadron, it actually literally magnetically clamps to the top of the bay, but it doesn't actually fit unless it's magnetically clamped. In their ESOP terminals, yeah. I'm gonna risk it and log out and log back in and see what happens. This will probably fuck me over, but we'll see. I have to set up, y'all. I am super late right now setting up because I need to be able to have the stream up here shortly. I just wanted to get this mission done because I just had time to. Is Hathor gone now? You're not going to see a massive stealth cargo ship. It's not going to happen. This sort of just crashed too. Well, this is peak hours, y'all. So, like, makes sense. Free flight, peak hours, first weekend, all of the shit's on fire. Which is interesting because I was like having little problems here and there. Are you serious? It put me at area. Oh gosh. It put me at fucking New Babbage. Not Babbage. Where is this? This is not Olisar. Seraphim. What the fuck is this called? Why am I blanking the name? Orison. Right. The thing I can't remember. I have to remember. I blocked it from my brain. I never come here. What do you think? The Raylan will make an appearance? Post 142. Looks great. Awful place to be. Yeah, multiple people are saying ASOPs aren't working. So I might be stuck here. We'll see. The backend server may have crashed.
Missed your shuttle? Not a problem. The next shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Did you just signal at me? Is the shuttle not running? All right, I'm just going to give up, chat. I'm going to give up. We'll get back to it eventually. I can already see CT podcast will be 2 hours of Blade and 2 hours of Idris talk. Honestly, because I have to set these talks ahead of time now, we're probably not going to talk at all about the Blade controversy at the very, very beginning. Because there's no point. The question and answer session, someone's going to bring it up. But literally, we have somebody who's brand new to the community who probably has no fucking idea what's going on. Who's on that, so. All right. Well, I mean, I can tell you what his topic, his answer is going to be the same way every, like, the same one every, the same way every person who's out of the loop would be like, this is stupid. While I think of a good one. Or we use a thumbnail. Hold on. Interesting. All right. Setting up the thumbnail. See. No. Okay. Who's on the captain's table today? It's Tree0311 and Warrior Humble. I'll be right back, chat. We're going to go switch this over to that. Done. Enjoy the. Yeah, they were doing pretty well up until now. But this is also peak hours on the weekend, like Saturday at around mid afternoon U.S. time. Yeah, that's going to be the most people slamming the servers. People have the most time. So it still seems to be functioning. It's just there's certain elements that are being breaking. I think it's a back end issue. That would be my understanding. All the trams are gone. Warrior's going to show up. Warrior will be here in about 30 minutes. So. Hey, Tomato. Thank you. Welcome. So this is you're going to be jumped over on YouTube. You'll be dumped over to the actual live broadcast on the Captain's Table podcast YouTube once that goes live. So. Yeah, he should be on soon. We have to do a setup, so I'm just getting everything set up on my end. Hey, Tree, I'm going to start the call here in a few moments. You pass, chat. You pass. We'll be live here in a few, in a little bit longer. It's going to be, turn down the volume a little bit here. We'll be live in about 15 or so minutes. And those of you on YouTube, we're going to swap over. It'll automatically dump you over into the YouTube stream on the Captain's Table podcast, Captain's Table podcast YouTube. So just stick around. We'll be right back.